Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're fighting for American citizens, Madam Secretary.
Today
because your ICE agents shot them in the face and killed them, and each person you see up on this dais today represents 800,000 American citizens. And you should know that as a former member of Congress. Now, her brother said that Rene Good was someone who could make you believe things were going to be okay despite all the hardship because she chose optimism. Alex Predy was a Boy Scout, a choir member, an outdoorsman from Green Bay who lavished attention on his beloved dog, Jewel. His sister called her brother someone who had a way of lighting up every room that he walked into. But only a few hours after they were gunned down by your agents, you called Rene a domestic terrorist. You said Alex committed an act of domestic terrorism. Alex's parents responded to your calling their son a domestic terrorist. They said, the sickening lies told about our son by the administration are reprehensible and disgusting. Now, I want to give you a chance before the entire country to correct your false and defamatory claim. Based on what you know today, Madam Secretary, were Rene Good and Alex Predy domestic terrorists?
Congressman, what happened in Minnesota in those two incidents was an absolute tragedy.
Were they domestic terrorists, as you said to the country?
My condolences to their families, because I know that their lives will never be the same after that happened.
Is that an apology for what you said?
We, in those incidents, offer as much information as we can from officers and agents on the ground in a chaotic scene that gets
I'll repeat my question, reclaiming my time. Based on what you know today, Madam Secretary, based on what you know today, were Rene Good and Alex Predy domestic terrorists?
As you know, there's ongoing investigations that are being led by the FBI.
But you didn't wait for the investigation, did you? You didn't wait for the evidence. You proclaimed that they were domestic terrorists at the time. Why did you do that?
And you didn't wait to attack our law enforcement.
Why did you do that?
We're going into a dangerous situation.
Why did you call them domestic terrorists?
Is our ICE officers and our HSI officers that day risked their lives to protect that scene, so evidence could be reclaimed, so it could be used in the investigation. Because those violent rioters that were there.
So you're proud of the fact that you called them domestic terrorists? Is that what you're telling America?
HSI officers put their lives on the line to protect that scene, so evidence, so we could have.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you told a lie about them. You said that they were domestic terrorists. Do you regret that?
I offer my condolences to those families. And again,
based on what you know today, were Rene Good and Alex Predy domestic terrorists?
There's ongoing investigations, and so I can't.
So you still don't know? You think that's an open question?
I would think you would want there to still be investigations going into these situations.
Well, you stated the conclusion 2 hours after they were killed that they were domestic terrorists. I wanted to give you an opportunity to correct the record, not just for their family, but for everybody in America who believes in the truth and fairness and honesty.
In every situation, as facts come out, we relay.
You know, your acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, came before Congress. He said he had no knowledge whatsoever that Alex Predy and Rene Good were domestic terrorists. None. This is your guy. He said that. He admitted that that was wrong. Why won't you admit it?
I will tell you the investigation is still ongoing, and we'll.
So do you regret speaking before the investigation?
I would say that in those situations,
you regret that?
Chaotic scene on the ground, we relay information to the American people that they're asking for. And as things change, situations change.
People were asking you whether they were domestic terrorists? And you decided that they were before the investigation?
As we learn more, we.
You don't want to say anything to their families?
I did. I said condolences.
For what? How about an apology for what you said about their loved ones?
My heart is with them, and we will continue to stand with them as they get a complete investigation into these situations.
All right. Well, let me ask you some questions of law if you can't handle the facts. Very simple questions of law, not trick questions. Is it lawful for federal agents to shoot and kill a person for engaging in peaceful protest and nothing else? That's a yes or no question.
Each instances in peaceful protest, no, it's not.
Okay, good. Is it lawful for federal agents to shoot and kill a person for filming them on a public street? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Is it lawful for federal agents to shoot and kill a person just because that person is lawfully carrying a holstered firearm under the Second Amendment in state law?
No.
And finally, yes or no, is it lawful for federal agents to shoot an innocent person or even a criminal suspect just for driving away from them, according to the Supreme Court?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got the law right, and I hope you would rethink what you said about two good, honest, faithful American citizens and what that means to their families when you say that as Secretary of Homeland Security. And your ICE guy has already retracted that, and you should retract it too. I yield back to you, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back to gentleman.
Listen carefully. A congressman starts by reminding the Secretary of Homeland Security that the people on that dais each represent about 800,000 American citizens. Then he gets specific. Rene Good. Her brother said she was the kind of person who could make you believe things were going to be okay, even when everything was hard. Alex Predy, Boy Scout, choir member, outdoorsman from Green Bay who spoiled his dog Jewel. His sister said he lit up every room he walked into. A few hours after ICE agents shot them, the Secretary of Homeland Security called both of them domestic terrorists. Alex's parents answered her. They said the sickening lies told about their son by the administration were reprehensible and disgusting, so the congressman gives her a chance in front of the whole country. Based on what you know today, Madam Secretary, were Rene Good and Alex Predy domestic terrorists? She offers condolences, talks about a chaotic scene, says officers risked their lives, mentions ongoing FBI investigations. He keeps coming back. You didn't wait for the investigation, you proclaimed it at the time. Why? She won't say the word no. He points out that her own acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, already told Congress he had no knowledge whatsoever that either of them was a domestic terrorist. Her own guy walked it back. She still won't. Then he switches to simple, yes or no questions of law. Is it lawful to shoot someone for peaceful protest? For filming on a public street? For lawfully carrying a holstered firearm? Just for driving away? She answers no to every one. He closes by saying he's glad she got the law right, and he hopes she'll finally rethink what she said about two good American citizens and what that did to their families. That's the exchange. No theatrics needed. Just the names, the labels, the refusal to correct the record, and a set of very clear legal answers.